One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to Nippert Stadium, one of the grand old cathedrals in the sport and home to the Cincinnati Bearcats. As we'll see, the winners of 3 straight, the Utah Utes, taking on another team from the Big 12, the Cincinnati Bearcats. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Collins with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. And the Utes will kick it away to start us off. He'll bring it out. It's Jackson. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. So Cincinnati's offense will have the first possession of the game. And, David, their quarterback hasn't always blown you away statistically, but he is a guy that the coaches trust.
Yeah, and he'll show you some flashes of why you should trust him, Reese. But here's the thing. This is not a guy that we're saying, go win me the football game. That's not where he's at right now in his career. Jesse, he's a guy that needs the others, that they got to help him out. They got to play on schedule, not make those mistakes, and guys really play well around him.
Yeah, David, the one thing quarterbacks don't want to be referred to as is a game manager, but that's really more what this guy is. You're right. They have to be able to run the football. They can't turn it over. They got to play great defense. If they do that in this game...
There he goes! And what a huge chunk play for this offense. Just exactly what you need to move the ball down the field. And the Bearcats, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. They'll power it inside with the fullback. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. It's been a rough start for these guys, and you look down the schedule in the Big 12, there aren't many soft landing spots.
Well, no doubt about it. This team has had some bad breaks early this year in Big 12 play, but they've got to make good things happen, David. They've got to do a better job of executing offensively, defensively, and on special teams, and it's got to start today.
Yeah, finding a way to make those critical plays. Because, you know, what do you know in the Big 12? There's always going to be a lot of scoring, right? And they've come up short, but I think as you find yourself throughout the season, you got to realize, I got to build those confidence. I got to make those plays, and once you do it once, and maybe it happens today, you start to build that confidence.
Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. And the Bearcats are rolling down the field.
Music note! Music note!
The handoff to Johnson. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up there.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
With the catch, it's Perry. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Bearcats come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. They'll run for it on 3rd and short. Turning it on! That'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal from the 10.
I think throughout the week in practice, when they were game planning their opening script, I don't even know if they envisioned it going as well as it has. This has been beautiful. Nice balance, really nice rhythm. It feels like everything they're dialing up here on their first drive of the game is working to perfection.
Man, I love that play by this corner. You know why? When you run the option and that thing gets spread out, your DBs have to commit to tackling. And how about the cornerback coming up, sticking his face in the fan, and making a play? You love to see DBs tackle like that.
Well, on the opening drive of the game, establishing a rhythm and a cadence offensively is really, really important. They've done some good things on this first drive to put them in this situation. Obviously, you just threw an incompletion on 2nd down, and likely going to throw it again here right now. Quarterback has just got to settle in. Timing is important. Get rid of the ball on time. Trust your read and execute this passing play if you're throwing it.
He's got it. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Here comes the field goal unit. From the left hash, this one shouldn't be too much trouble. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
How great is it to know that if you can get the ball down somewhere close to the 40-yard line on your opponent's side of the field, you're walking away with at least 3 points because this dude is automatic.
So Utah's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. And, David, they've got a guy in the backfield that certainly is capable of carrying more than his share of the weight in this offensive attack.
Yeah, he's a piece, but I would argue this, Reese. Like, you need to get the ground game going. For this offense to be successful, they need a physical tone setter, and he can be that, sometimes up, sometimes down. They need that consistently, Jesse.
They need him to show up when it matters the most, and there's going to be times in this game like we've seen throughout his career when the defense wants to take away wide receivers or players on the perimeter, and that's when this guy has to show up and shine. He's got vision, he's got cutting ability, he's got speed.
Oh, he's got some space. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give from the gun. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Give to the running back. At the 45 on his way. And he was off to the races. Finally tripped up at the 36.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field, what a big gain for the offense.
He'll pull it on the read. Gets it past the marker. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Man, this defense has to be better. You have to stop the first part of the option, and that is the quarterback. And he gets loose. He gets the first down, another set of downs. They need to figure out this plan and how to stop this quarterback.
He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gather maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Wilson will throw. Moves around to clear up the vision. He'll be pushed out of bounds just short of the end zone, and that one saved a touchdown, at least for now.
And he's just proving it time and time again, man. He has that feel. He obviously has the ability to pick up and put him down and go get first downs, but I think the timing of when to scramble and when not to scramble, he's really got that figured out, and you can tell it's going to be a big part of the game.
Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? The run up the middle, looking for the score. And he'll get this one back to the line of scrimmage, but no farther than that. Man, the last thing you want after controlling the ball, moving it down the field, is to have to settle for a field goal attempt. And touchdown, Utah! Quick strike through the air for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. Wants to throw on first down. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
You complete some of these hitch throws early, you're setting up the hitch and go. Later on, you can pump fake that, and then the receiver can pirouette right up the sideline. That might be a home run play for the offense.
The give to the back. Defense closed down quickly after a gain of 3. They'll mark it at the 32.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that...
Well, it's a fumble. Everybody needs a little luck, and the offense just got it by falling on that fumble. We've reached a break. It's Utah holding the lead. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary.
Utah, 7, 3.
So first down here as they go back to work. They try to pop a run on the draw. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the first down.
You can see why it's so tricky for a defense to have to stop these draw plays. Everything the offense is doing is telling you pass. The quarterback, the offensive line, the running backs delaying. You've taken your deep drop in coverage, and now you've got to rally and find the football and do it, trying to avoid these big 300-pound bodies running at you full speed. Not an enviable task.
And the Bearcats pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. He'll do it himself. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
And when these quarterbacks run these zone reads or read options, whatever you want to call them, they have to put their eyes on a certain defender. And they're reading him. And basically, you can't be right. That's what makes it so hard to defend, because if you do one thing, he's going to do the other. You do the other thing, he's going to do the other. So, good luck stopping him.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Grabbed over the middle. It's coming. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22. The Bearcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Walker will fire. Fires deep toward the end zone.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
They'll leave it with him. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Throws toward the end zone. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. It is perfect. That brings them to within 1. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the ACC. Duke is down big on the scoreboard, and for a program that traditionally struggles to score, I think we know where this one is headed. They're trailing by 14 to Pittsburgh. Never know what's going to happen in the ACC, and we'll circle back if anything develops. Philip?
Oh, squirts out. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
And when you're on defense...
Now we'll hang on here. The coach has called a timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned. Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. Leaves it with the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Wilson to pass. And he can't grab the bullet pass on 3rd down. The Utes will line up to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Nestles it in at the 35. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. Guys, that last trip, a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. There's a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack, get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll give it to him again. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Second down, he'll throw it. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
Obviously, when you're playing in weather like this, the ball is very slippery and it's hard to catch. The QB threw a bullet that time, and his receiver just could not reel it in.
Grabbed in the middle, it's Simmons. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line. I was starting to think about what they would do if they didn't pick up the first down here, but I guess that's a moot point now.
Moot point for sure, and the head coach was probably telling them 4-down territory, we're going to kick a field goal, whatever the next decision was going to be, and now the OC's like, don't worry about it. New set of downs, nice execution by this offense.
The Bearcats now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. From the shotgun, they'll run it. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Seventh play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Walker to throw. Sets up the screen. He'll be forced out of bounds at the 28. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. Looks as if they're going to pass on a chance to take the lead with the field goal and go for it on fourth down. On fourth down, trying to find his man. Complete. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect fourth down call there. The Bearcats will snap it on 1st and 10.
Base 27 jump.
Run it with the fullback. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Second down, they'll go to the air. Down to 2 minutes to play in the half, and the referee's signal for the 2-minute timeout. It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. Timeout by the defense as they're trying to ice this kicker. So here comes the field goal unit. They've been doing work today. They've already made a couple. And this kicker is turning into old reliable. He's already knocked through a couple today. Never a doubt. And now they regain the lead. So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Wilson will throw. Safe little shovel pass. And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag.
Hold offense.
A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. They want to throw it. They'll run the screen. Jukes his way for more. He makes the stop, and a nice pickup there on first down. Leaves them in second and manageable. And the Utes moving quickly to the line. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary. You saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
This time on target. Inside the 30, down to the 29. Time is running short here in the first half. Looking to throw on first down. He'll try to do it himself. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Ford. Showing off those sweet feet as he gets it to the 45. The hurry up now, second down, clock ticking. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Dragged down at the 39, but he's got 5 yards, and they'll move the sticks.
That's a first down for the offense.
Wilson to pass. He just treated that thing like a hot potato, and they're going to call him for grounding.
Intentional grounding. Offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Bearcats will boot it away to start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Keeping it on the ground to open the second half. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Going to swing it on second down. Looking left. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he's out of bounds after the nice gain, and maybe that is finally the spark to get this passing game going.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. They used the chunk play to cross midfield, and they've got it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Gives it on the option. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
The Utes have this offense rolling. Wilson will throw. Unloads to the right. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated. He missed that connection.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working. Ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
Ripping through the defense. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play.
As a quarterback, I'm trying to find my matchup, get the ball to my guy so he can do something with it after the catch. When you put it on his body, he can catch it and then break a tackle.
Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Utes! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. Complete to start this drive. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. They'll go to the ground. He picks up maybe a couple before he's stopped right at the 30-yard line.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. And the Bearcats decide to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Wants to return it. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Utah has it back, and the offense coming onto the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Picks up the first down, still moving. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Gonna run it. It's Parker. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Here's the thing. I know this guy's not going to win the Heisman Trophy, but he's a pretty talented football player that's made big plays for this offense in the past. They have not had any success when they've given him chances so far in this game. And in the third quarter...
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And that's a frustrating play right there. Like, the protection was really, really good. Jesse, quarterback holds on to the football, has time, and then makes a critical mistake over the middle of the field.
And he's just...
got room on the return. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Nice job by the quarterback, pre-snap and post-snap. He knew the defense was going to be playing zone coverage, and there was no doubt in his mind where he was going with that football.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Snagged in the middle. It's Rigby.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Walker will fire. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. The Bearcats will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And they'll let that one go, and it'll roll out of bounds. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. Last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen again. Knocked down behind the line. Boy, he powered through one tackler, but there were more there to greet him. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. Firing to the right, complete. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf. And the Utes come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Might be changing the route. They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. Quickly to the tight end. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a 1st down. The Utes come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on 1st down. It's 2nd and 3. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Yeah, defenders have to really understand body positioning and where the football's coming from. And great job understanding that, getting in the way of the route, knocking the ball down, batting it away, making a good play for that defense.
And that's a great sign for this offense because this year we know there's been a little bit of inconsistency, and I think the biggest problem has been third down. Right there, nice job executing, running the ball, picking up the first, and keeping this drive alive.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at second down, manage.
Breaks into the open. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains and the screen pass is effective. Plays like that put just a second of hesitation in the defense to make sure, and they're able to take advantage here.
And they use the great timing with this call, right? Like, you can't call this play all the time, but you want to catch them when they're a little bit aggressive, not thinking about it. Nice job slipping the screen behind them, making the easy catch, and then getting downfield, picking up some extra yards.
Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Utah has the lead here. And we've reached the end of the third, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Wilson to pass. The short hands, it's Weeks. And good coverage by the defense, just a short game.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
Defense there to make the stop after a pickup of 2 to the 30.
How about the job by this defense? They knew what they were getting into. A really good running back. We talked to him this week. It was the main focus point of this offense. Stopping the run game, stopping the run game. Boy, have they showed up and showed out and answered that challenge.
And the Utes come to the line on third and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Looking for space. It's Parker. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19.
Really impressed with the running back. His stats haven't been great, right? Every yard has been hard to come by, but these are some of the best runs we've seen in the game by him, and it's happening at the most important time here in the fourth quarter.
And they pick up just a few on that completion.
They're able to find a tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
Pressure coming. Caught in the backfield. It's Parker. There he goes. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
Yeah, and you're going to see this offense find different ways to get this running back involved. It's not just going to be on handoffs, and they're certainly going to line him up in different places and even throw him the football. But the screen game's a big part of it, too. We're trying to get him going there.
Yeah, and third and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
It is true as he puts 3 on the board. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away.
And that was an important kick here in the fourth quarter, man. You want to take that touchdown lead, make them have to go the length of the field and score a TD. Nice execution by this offense. Nice job trusting your kicker.
Walker to throw. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have let him a little too much. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Caught in the backfield, it's Perry. Still running at the 40. It's a running room. He's out of bounds after a really nice game, but there is a marker on the field. So the offense will decline that penalty after the big play. A costly penalty for this defense gives them a 1st and 10. They'll give it to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Turning it on. He He was running through tackles and picked up the first down and finally got knocked down. And the Bearcats have their offense in high gear. To the ground. He's got it again. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5.
Right away after picking up the first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back, and I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. You're starting like that now. What opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
Walker will fire. Looking to buy time. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Cincinnati! Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
He makes the grab for the 2, and he ties the game here in the 4th. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Utah has it back on the offense coming onto the field. They'll run it from the gun. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. That time, they dialed it up into the run play, and the linebacker able to make a nice tackle.
Rush is on him. Open space at the 25. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give on the option. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create second and short, third and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be second and inches coming up. Gives it on the option. Oh, he's got some space. They get him down at the 34-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup and a first down.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wilson will throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. Offense about to reel off its 7th play of the drive. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. And that might be the edge of his range, but he had just enough. And they've regained the lead.
And I think I like the call, man. You got an opportunity to take the lead in the 4th quarter. Go for the kick. He executes it perfectly. Defense, now it's your turn. We got the lead. We got to get a stop.
Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. Looking downfield on 1st down. Pulls it in. It's Covey. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the 1st down. The Bearcats with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. On the run, it's Covey. They stop him cold. Maybe gets a yard to the 34.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
This upset bid has been brewing since the start of the game, seemingly, and they are in a world of hurt at this moment, guys.
Yeah, keep the pedal to the floor, right? Don't let up. You've done a great job. You're the perceived underdog. You've taken control of this football game. Jesse, you got the formula right now. You got to...
Breaks into the open. Touchdown, Bearcats. They've got the lead here in the fourth.
This is an offense that has so much confidence. They believe they're able to win the game when it matters the most. They've got the playmakers to do it. You saw it on that last touchdown. Now taking the lead with less than 2 minutes to go.
On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Wilson to pass. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking to fire. Shoots it to the left. A strike downfield. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Hand off from the shotgun. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And this offense doesn't have very many runs left in them. They try to sneak in the run. Nice job by the defense making the tackle. But they've got to try to maximize their time, maximize their plays to try to get some points on the board.
The throw. Fires to the big fella. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. The Utes come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. He stopped right there, short of the first down, and this defense trying to preserve the lead. Going for the marker on the ground. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
That's not surprising. You're going for that every single time. 4th and inches in your opponent's territory. You're trying to get closer and closer to field goal range so you can pay this drive off by scoring points. Nice play call.
Throws to the wideout. He makes a catch. Touchdown, Utah! And in the final moments, they've taken the lead.
And at this stage of the game in the 4th quarter, big-time players make big plays in big games. What a great job after he secured the catch in the open field, showing off the speed, taking it to the house, and with it, his team now has the lead.
Needs this one to push the lead to a field goal. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Gentlemen, that pivotal top 15 battle is in the books. Here's how things went down. Clemson had an impressive showing there in Death Valley, winning this one by double digits, although it felt like it could have been more. Somewhere even Trevor Lawrence is impressed with this one. No cupcakes this week, fellas. This top 15 battle was much anticipated, and at least one side can say it's a game they'll savor for some time.
There he goes. Got the first down and still on his feet. Great start to the drive there. Good pickup. Gets out of bounds to stop the clock. He's trying to get them set quickly. They have to get the ball into field goal range. Quarterback running on the draw. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there. The offense uses a timeout, 20 ticks remaining. The Bearcats with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Walker to throw. Got his man. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. The offense uses a timeout, 15 seconds left to play. The Bearcats have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. catch in the middle. It's Jennings. The offense gets the timeout. 12 ticks left on the clock. So this is going to be rife with drama and overflowing with pressure on this field goal try. Timeout is called by the defense, and 12 seconds remain in the football game. This to tie things up in the final minute. And it slips just inside that right upright. And they tie it up, fellas, here in the final second.
And this guy has been a machine all season long. He is absolutely automatic. You know you're getting 3 points when this guy jogs on the field.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Got the first down, looking for more. All the way out to the 37-yard line. It's a gain of 15. They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down.
29.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated. He missed that connection. Now 3rd and long here in overtime as this defense wants to force a field goal attempt. Wilson will throw. The sweet feet buy a little time. He is pushed out of bounds at the 19-yard line.
Man, this defense has their hands full today because not only do they have to worry about the running backs and not only do they have to worry about the passing game, they've got to worry about this quarterback running the football because of play.
Down he goes, and the defense snuffs out this drive with a sack. Well, guys, let's play some more. Headed to overtime.
And this just feels right. Both of these teams going back and forth. So, of course, David, this thing needs to get decided in OT.
Let's see who's better. Short amount of time to do it. A couple possessions, probably maybe one possession each. Who's the better team?
Power football with the run. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Back to pass. Under fire. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. 3rd and long, and they want to be careful here not to go backwards and make a potential game-winning kick tougher. He does not get there. Stopped at the 25-yard line, and let's see what they do now on 4th down. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. They'll try to walk it off with a long field goal here in overtime. Tried to give it enough body English, but he missed it. And after the miss, the only hope is to get a stop and play another round of overtime. One extra period didn't get it done, and we start the second OT.
Here we go.
The give to the right. Finding an escape route. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here. Walker will fire. Here comes the heat. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And that is a huge play for the defense. Offense has it in your red zone. You're trying to knock them out of field goal range. The only way you do that is by creating negative plays, and they get the sack.
They'll run play action. Finds his big tight end. He'll be run out of bounds, but we've got laundry on the field. Let's see what that's about. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down.
Here we go.
To the air on 2nd down. Caught behind the line. It's Covey. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
3rd and long, and they love to pick it up, but they also need to stay in position for a field goal try. Gets the back moving. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. They'll try to strike first with a field goal in overtime. Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep chalking out there.
Down by a field goal and a touchdown will win it. Let's see what they've got on 1st down. Running back searching for a hole. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. With a condensed field in overtime, if you can establish the run, it is a huge advantage.
Big-time advantage. You establish your physicality, come out the gates, put you in a positive way. Now, I can play action, opens the whole play.
Getting work done on the ground. He's pulled down at the 14-yard line.
At this point of the game, you just got to wonder if the defense is getting tired. Here in OT, they just don't seem to have the punch up front that like they had earlier in the game, and they're just playing on their...
A game winner! What a finish in double overtime! My pulse rate is still through the roof on this game. I would have called that one for free. Wait, I don't want to get carried away here, but it was a really fun game and a great win.
It really was. I know we're all up here, we're bouncing around, we're excited after having seen what we just saw. What a great win for this team to go out and do it in overtime. That's the type of game that fans are going to be talking about for a long time, Dave.
Free. Yeah, right. If you know Reese Davis, that is not happening, but we got a free game that was awesome, back and forth, nip and tuck, and bonus time. You got some free overtime play in that one.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer.